You know, I can't blame him because I didn't sit down with him and say, all right, look, this is the plan. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carry the 410 name with me and try to spread it out. You know, I didn't sit down and actually tell him that, but that was my whole goal. I was like, all right, if we're just rapping together, we're always gonna be that group who's always over there. But if I go and work with this rapper, this singer, this producer, that's 4 to 5 more people who now know about 410 who didn't know before, you know? So that's how I was looking at it. And this dude, he was saying I was working with Corbin. I was working with other rappers. I was working with Greg and Rasta. I was working with a whole nother crew. And I guess he felt like I was doing some shady business behind his back or something. And that's when the bad blood started. And man, I was like, me personally, I'm not really one that's all about the beefing and the drama. I ain't really about that. But I will hop on it on the track. It's like I can say how I feel. Like I'm human, you know. So that's how the beef songs came about. And I was just striking at everybody. I was like, well, if this is why this happened, then it's your fault. If you said this to somebody and they said that to me, then it's your fault. You know, it was a real angry time. And so prior to that, we was alright, so we got 410, which is just me. Cause I was just doing that to get my foot in the door without you, right? So I did 410 part 1. And then part 2 was with me and Devin. You know, Mike wasn't around, he wasn't rapping. And there was a lot of conflict with that. So it was already bad blood. I'm like, yo, that's your cousin, yo, you gotta get him in check. So it was bad blood during 410 part 2, but we still made it happen, you know. And then, like I said, we work all winter and then we promote our stuff all summer, whether it be sell our CDs, get them out, just talk to a bunch of people, whatever. Just promotion, always promote. And what we were doing was we were preparing for another mixtape with me, Devin, and Mike. But that never happened. And I'm sitting here with all these verses, you know, now is I'm rocking with Corbin and I'm trying to get him situated. And then Devin, he's furthering himself from the 410 situation. And so am I. I'm like, if that's what it is, then why waste our time, you know? So I had all these verses sitting around. And I'm like, man, yo, you know how long it's gonna take me to analyze each song and then write a second verse to make the whole song be tight, like actually make them whole songs. And I had some hooks, he had some hooks, so Devin, you know, I couldn't use his hooks, like that'd be shady. I ain't want to do that. I ain't that kind of guy. And so I had a whole bunch of just one verses and a couple hooks sitting around. I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a CD where other people can shine. I was like, if that's how this whole situation ended up happening, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna just keep going with my agenda, with what I planned. And that's how Local Talent Part 1 came about. Yeah. So I say, watch. People gonna hear this and they're gonna want to be a part of it. That was, I don't know how I was thinking ahead like that. I mean, God has blessed me in music, man. God has really blessed me, and I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna help some people. People gonna want to be involved in this, and that's how Local Talent Part 1 came. A lot of one verses, some had two, you know, because I had time to sit and write. So, yeah, that's how we broke up, man. Just a bunch of miscommunication and arguments and blah blah blah. But yeah, man, you live and you learn. So now, The Avengers.